Hey everybody, it's your girl Rahima, aka Ra, coming at you live from my YouTube channel on this Friday, January 28th, 2022. Can you believe January is almost over? Time waits for no one. So I'm checking in as usual on Friday. Want to give you a little bit of an update on my life, my day, hence the day in the life of Ra, hence Ra's day, hence my book, The Life of Ra. Once again, we're going to start right on with that. If you have not gotten it, you need to get it. I'm getting great reviews. The book is selling like wildflowers, growing, growing, growing. I'm growing. I hope you are growing too. Hope this book is inspiring people. It touches so many people in different ways from what I'm being told. You know, I was a little skeptical. I mean, I wrote and I wrote and I wrote, and my intention is always to inspire and to motivate people. But this was really just to share my life, and you have no idea how many other people go through some of the same journeys that you do. You know, when you are a mother trying to raise a boy to be a man, when you are a single parent, when you have addiction in your family, drug addiction, alcoholism, when you have struggles in your career, when you have financial struggles, when you have health, illnesses, and other things that you just have to deal with, when you have hate in your own family, you know, or amongst your group of friends who you think are your friends or who you thought were your friends. Just so many different things that people have said, you know, this is my story, Ra. I didn't know, you know, but let me share with you. And so we sit and we vibe, you know, people are calling and texting, or they put a review on Amazon, or they, you know, just kind of let me know that I'm not alone in this. Hey, love. My boy Brick Jones just signed on, so I have to say hey, love to him. He's always supporting me. It's the New York Stepper. Um, and so, yeah, if you have not gotten the books, please get them. Again, available on Amazon.com. They were available in some stores here in Arizona at Barnes and Nobles. I believe they're out of stock, but you can order it and have it brought to the store, have it picked up, or you can pick it up at the store, or you can have it delivered to your home. Working on my second and third books. Just finished creating the covers and getting those approved. So or I'm waiting for approval. I sent them in to my publisher. I think last time when we spoke, I was working on them, creative design with my creative team, my editors, my publisher, graphic design, and we got some pictures and stuff together. And so waiting to get final approval so we can go ahead and go to print, distribution, marketing, and all that other stuff. Still working on marketing and promoting this book, The Life of Ra. So I am doing my thing, and I thank you all for supporting me. In the meantime, I'm sharing samples of some of the poems from my spoken words with you via this channel, so that I can, just give you a little taste. And so another topic that I wanted to talk about, and in my book, there's a lot about relationships, you know, some of the relationships that I've gone through. And again, that's some of the things that have been brought to my attention. Women and then men, you know, have said, you know, oh, it's hard, it's rough out here. And so I want to pose this to you all. I want you to check in, comment, or call me, hit me up, let me know what you think about online dating. When you're single, when you're in your 50s or in your 60s, and you know, whether you've been separated, divorced, or been in a long-term relationship, and now you find yourself thinking, I've had time to kind of regroup, and I want to meet someone, and I want to spend the rest of my life with someone, and you know, my soulmate, somebody special. And then you go on these dating apps and just losers. I don't even know what words to say, to tell you the truth. I was gonna try to find a more delicate term, but just losers. Okay, I just can't. But I have been talking to someone, and we're gonna meet. We haven't met just yet. It's that very new stage, exchange numbers. We're talking, and gonna be video chatting and meeting up and trying to get through the different stages as you go through this online dating process. Because I've heard some people say, hey, I met my spouse, I met my wife, I met my husband. So I'm like, let me check it out, and then some people, like I'm saying, nope, it ain't gonna work out. Too many crazies out there. All the good ones are taken, or they're not good and they're locked up, or they're on drugs, or they're on the DL, or just still out there wilding out at this age, doing things that they were doing way back in the day. It's crazy. It's ludicrous. So this is not only for losers, it's for ludicrous. Stop it, fellas. Grow up, okay? And if it doesn't apply to you, don't take offense. Don't holler at me, because then it doesn't apply to you, right? But I want to know what you think about it. And with me in particular, I'm wondering, because of my illness, and I don't like to refer to cancer as a disability, but for some people who have some type of physical handicap, physical disability, emotional handicap, whatever they feel that hinders them from what they consider themselves to be normal, because right now with COVID, we all trying to find our new normal, walking around with masks every day. Did you get your booster? Did you get your shot? No, I got my first shot. I didn't get my second. Oh, I got my shots, but I'm not doing my booster. Okay, craziness. Everyone's trying to find their new normal and where to fit in. And so I'm just trying to understand, because as you know, I'm battling cancer, and I've been battling for 3 years now, and it has metastasized and gone spread to my lungs. And so I'm on new treatment. I've been doing chemo forever, immunotherapy. We've tried different drugs. I've had multiple surgeries. And so when do you think is a good time to share that? Do you share all of it with someone new right away? Do you share it when you meet, first date, second day, or on the phone before you meet, so that you don't even waste their time and they don't waste yours? And what about when you do share it and then they just kind of go numb? Like, what you say? And then, a lot of people look at me and they say, well, you don't look sick. What does that look like? And I know what they mean, because I know when I was first diagnosed, I looked sick. I felt like people looked at me differently. My hair was falling out. I was practically bald. I had lost, like 40 to 50 pounds. I could barely walk. I was sick a lot. I was more sick than I am now, but now I get sick more so due to the treatment than I do to the cancer itself. And so my weight goes up and down. Sometimes I have to use steroids. I think I mentioned the last 2 times I was having issues with my kidneys and my liver, because those areas are affected by the drugs. And so they can malfunction, not work properly. But then you do steroids, you can do prednisone or whatever the doctor gives you, and then your levels get back down. I shouldn't say up, because when they're high, they're supposed to be in a certain range. Your liver enzymes and then your kidneys are supposed to show a certain range. Your blood work shows all of this. Your CEA shows how many cancer cells. Your CAT scans kind of show the size and the locations of the tumors. So you learn a lot as you go through this process. So if there's anybody out there that, again, I can inspire, I didn't go through a whole lot in my book, because around the time that I finished writing this book was around the time that I found out that I had cancer. And so it was an end chapter that I actually had to add. And so I will be doing another book. That'll probably be my 5th or 6th book about my cancer journey, and it'll just be based on that. Shout out to Geraldine, Miss Jerry. I met her this week, earlier this week at the Cancer Center in Scottsdale. She was a new patient, and we just connect. We're able to help each other in ways that other people who haven't had cancer. It's one thing to take care of someone who has had cancer But when you have it yourself, like my son had cancer, I helped to take care of him. There were nurses, there was treatment, there was back and forth to the cancer center. I was definitely involved, but I still didn't understand it. But now that I'm going through it, there are terms that I remember, oh, that's what that actually means. I understand. And I still don't have all of the answers. I still can't answer. But when you're going through it, like Miss Geraldine, she now comes to the cancer center and she's getting her first treatments. And she, like I was at a point where you thought you were going into remission or that you were going to be cancer free even, and then it spread. And so you cry because you just feel tired. And it's almost like she didn't even have to speak. She just looked at me and I looked at her and tears formed in our eyes and we hugged each other. And I said, I'm going to pray for you, and she said she's going to pray for me too. And we held hands and she sat next to me in her chair and I sat next to her and we exchanged numbers. But yeah, it's just something that you go through. So again, like I was saying with the book, there are things that you meet or connect with. As you meet people, you go through different things, you go through similar things, even though you may not have had the exact same journey at the exact same time. You meet people in different walks of life, but then you kind of come together as you go down, a similar path. And so it's good to find people who are on your journey, who are growing through things as you and they are going through. So you grow through as you go through. Okay. So with that said, it is about it's going on 7:30 here, Mountain Standard Time. That's the Phoenix area in the Valley. For those of you who do not know, that means it's about 9:30 on the East Coast. Shout out to Kev. Shout out to everybody. Everybody's checking in. I want to just say, shout out. I hear it's cold out there. It's about 65 here. I think the stuff popping up on my screen. The temperature went up to 71. That was the high. It's been like 75 for the last couple of weeks. It was windy though today, but it's been nice, and I expect the weather will get better, not worse. But shout out to everybody on the East Coast. If you're expecting a storm, stay safe, and stay warm. Stay inside. Holler at your girl. I'll be inside. I'll be on the phone with you, praying for you guys, my family, my friends, everybody. I love you back there, and I just want you to be safe. Come on out here and stay with me. So, and shout out to Charles and Marguerite in Houston. They are an hour ahead, so that means it's about 8 there. And then and on the West Coast, they are an hour behind, so it means it should be about 6, going on 6:30. So shout out to everybody across the world. COVID is still in effect. Here it is, 2022, and like I said, we are still walking around here trying to find our new normal. I've been trying to find my new normal for a minute because before COVID, I was already diagnosed with this dreadful disease. So I don't want to get another disease on top of that. So I try to do my best to stay safe, and I urge everybody, do what you feel is the best thing that you can do for you and for your family, for your loved ones, so that you can be safe and that you can keep others safe as well. All right. Think about other people. All right. With that, I am going to also, I want to give a shout out to all of my drivers that get me to and from, that keep me safe, getting to and from the center, because there's some crazy drivers out here. I thought New York was bad. Phoenix. All right. Let's see. I wrote a poem called Always in My Thoughts. So let's get to this. Always in my thoughts, dreaming, scheming, tripping, dipping. I know better. I'm a go-getter. Don't know what the dreams mean, so I plan, doing whatever I can. The choices I make, doing whatever it takes. Wanting the good life, but at what price? Trying not to feel lost no matter the cost. The feelings that I keep like I'm wandering the streets, but I don't and I won't. The lights are dimming and the world just keeps on spinning. So I don't know what it all means. Always in my thoughts, always in my dreams. All right, that's a short one, short and sweet. Again, just giving you some samples. I started my TikTok. I don't even know if you call it a channel. I remember when I started YouTube, so it's been it's not been a year, but it's been several months. It's been over 6 months, I think, right? Yeah, because I did it started after July, and I said I was going to end at the beginning of the end of the year, before the new year. And some people checked in and said no, and I'm like, but nobody's subscribing. So subscribe, hit a like, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Chime in or call me up. All right. You can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram at Rahima, at Miss Ra, at Rara, Rahima Phillips. Again, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. Google my name, find me, follow me, do what you need to do to support me. I'm hoping that I can support you, motivate you, inspire you, hoping that I remain a positive influence in your life. I thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed day, blessed evening, Friday. Stay safe and warm this weekend. Happy Saturday. Happy birthday to my baby, Zaria. She turned 1 year old. 1 year, one whole year she's been on this earth, and what a year it's been. So shout out to my goddaughter, Miss Dolores. She's a great mom. That's my baby girl. And so, yeah. So let me see what the comments. She said, hey, mama. Hey, grandma Rara. Hey, baby girl. I am about to sign off, but I always want to take time to say, hey, when people show me love. And so shout out to her. Happy birthday, Zaria. Grandma loves you. And shout out to Kev. Thanks again. And yeah, Rick wrote that you can't approach it from young 18-year-old perspective. I do it immediately. No need to prolong it. All right. But understand pretty much like in life, people still retain the right to, I'm not sure what that means, but I'll talk to you offline. All right. Rick Jones, Kev, aka Kev, aka Rick Jones. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, happy Friday. Peace and blessings.